I hope they got that. Okay, cool.
Amazing.
Welcome to Plus One EXP's Roll for Content channel. That's our new theme song that you heard at the very beginning there. A couple bumps and then some random talking. Welcome to Plus One EXP's Roll for Content channel. My name is Tony Vicinda. I'm Chief Alchemist here at Plus One EXP. It is it's not actually early on Sunday morning, but when we moved this date, because it wasn't originally set for this date, I don't think any of us thought about the fact that there was a time change the night before, and there was.
Is that why I'm so...
That's it.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes,
Are some of y'all just realizing this?
I thought it was tomorrow morning.
No.
We solved the
happened.
case of why everybody's so much more dead-ass tired than they thought they were. Thanks for coming.
God.
This has been Justicar's. Justicar's is a case of is an RPG inspired by your favorite courtroom drama. And I'm going to let Nevyn tell you who they are. What it's all about. Brains are firing high this morning.
Tony, you didn't even do your intro. What's happening?
I did some things like my intro.
Tony's
you
got
have
pancake
an
brain.
intro.
All right, hold on.
Pull it up.
Here's
Two
my
people.
favorite-
Hold
here's
on. Title card's going back up. I'm not even going to edit this out. Here we go.
Yes. Very
All right,
good.
somebody, everybody can still hear us. Keegan, go ahead and vamp some of that intro song for me.
There you go. If we go any further, we will get
sued. Welcome to Plus One EXP's Roll for Content channel. My name is Tony Vicinda. I'm Chief Alchemist here at Plus One EXP. We're a weird little brand that multi-classes on tabletop game design, beard and skincare alchemy, and the Bardic College of Content Creation. Our hope and desire is to help amazing designers find great players who love their games and help amazing players find great designers whose games they can love. We do that in a lot of different ways, but the most fun way is sitting down with the designers and playing that game. As you may have heard in our soft launch of this stream, it's daylight savings morning.
Soft launch.
And we're very excited to be bringing you pancakes, coffee, and justice this morning with the Justicar RPG. Nevyn, why don't you tell people who you are, what you do, where they can find you online?
Hey everybody, I'm Nevyn. I use they, he pronouns. I am a queer tabletop role-playing game designer based out of Central Texas. I make cool, weird games. That's the easiest way to put it. You may know me from Gun and Slinger or Kitchen Nightmares that I worked on with Chris Bissett. And we are here today to play my latest game, Justicar, which is a game of courtroom drama and mystery for 4 players. We're going to create a mystery, and then we're going to play out the courtroom scene, the whole courtroom proceedings, to figure out what the truth behind that mystery is. Justicar will be launching on Kickstarter March 29th. You can find that at bytes.rip/Justicar, which I can see Tony has put directly beneath him. I don't know if I'm pointing the right way, but it's right there.
It's underneath my face.
Oh, that way.
Yeah, there you go.
There we
also,
go. Right
the link is in the description if you're watching over on YouTube or Facebook. You can click right on it. I'll drop it in the chat momentarily as well. Let's meet some of the other people who we're going to be entering the courtroom with today. Let's meet Sarah. Sarah, tell people who you are, what you do, where they can find you online. I'm going to drink more coffee and see if that makes my mouth work right.
That's what she said. Hi, I am Sarah X Franco, and I do a variety of TTRPG content here and many other places. You can see my face in games like upcoming, tomorrow, Solar Side, run by Keegan.
Here, let me put a pretty video announcement up on the screen that everybody can see all the details for.
Yep.
I'm
highly
so excited for Solar Side.
It's very good. So you can see me in that. I'm over in TPK Roleplay in shows like Harper's Variants, Dark Echoes. You can find me on Nat 20 in Plains Garden Company, Against the Tides. I literally lack the ability to say no, it turns out.
Which is why you're here.
Which is why I'm here. I physically cannot tell Keegan no. Or most people.
You're welcome.
Blink twice if you need assistance.
Yeah, so you can find me Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, all the places at Osiris Franco, where I make a bunch of silly, goofy content. And yeah, I'm very excited to be here. I'm really glad Keegan reached out because this game sounds like an absolute delight.
I am also. I love it. Always, whenever we get a chance to play with you, dang, it's not working still. I need more of that coffee.
Get more.
Speaking of Keegan, multiple times already. Let's meet our next player, Keegan. Keegan, tell people who you are, what you do, where they can find you online.
Yeah, that's me. I feel like I've already largely been introed. So you can find me online at KeeganEXE or KeeganEXE.com. And then you can find me tomorrow here doing Solar Side and also on Harper's with Sarah later this week. Next week, whenever it is.
Keegan, we're spending all week together this week.
Oh
because
God, it's
Friday,
Tuesday, isn't it?
Tuesday, and then Friday, we're doing Patchwork People.
Oh fuck, that's so sick. We
Keegan
can see
and
me
I
completely
are
break down
buddies.
on this schedule as I forgot how many things I signed up for. And I have a new job starting, so...
Oh, hey, I'm looking
you
forward-
got it. Congrats.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Let's just divert this stream and talk about that job for a little while.
Yeah, please.
I was about
My
to be like,
boss doesn't know about
tell
it
us
yet.
all about it. Well, they're watching right now. We're
Yeah,
very
I'm sure.
popular.
I'm sure. Hey, Andrew.
So they were like, I'm gonna wake up on early Sunday morning after the time change and watch Keegan on one of those streams. They're always probably not ever telling me about.
Here's my resignation letter.
We got another +1 scoop coming hot at you.
What a way to find
This
out.
time from the world of
What a
dog
way.
grooming.
For $10, you can get
For
an actual
$10.
copy of the resignation letter for yourself to turn into your own job.
Why did Nevyn give me a resignation letter for someone named Keegan?
There's also
Truly.
a stretch goal for Justicar where we give you all the legal complaints that Keegan is bringing against their employer in their letter of resignation.
You're
But
joking, but-
only at a certain stretch goal.
We,
And you can play it as a case in Justicar.
we print it out on some really nice stock, and we like age it with like the whole coffee and fire trick, and we seal it with a wax seal that's just Keegan giving someone the
Has
middle
one
finger.
of Tony's beard hairs on it.
Well, I figured since you're going to shave eventually,
Yes.
you could just put your own beard hairs in it. But we can do mine. I'll send them in. That's fine. I'll contribute. Now that everybody out there is a little bit confused about what's happening,
Completely lost.
we have covered lines
Spent about
in
8 streams at this point.
we have covered lines and veils in advance of the stream, but I'm gonna actually just, Nevyn, I'm gonna hand things over to you to kind of walk us through setup. I'm gonna pull up our Miro board and get all that stuff taken care of. But why don't you walk us through just kind of how we do setup? We're gonna be doing this stream in 2 parts. So the first part is us setting up the court case, building things out. Then we're going to come back later on today and play through the actual court case with a little break in between, where maybe we'll come back better afterwards. Maybe we'll come back worse. Who knows?
Better than this? That's going to be hard.
That's going to be hard to top. I know.
It's gonna be
And so,
difficult.
I'm going to hand things over to you to start getting us all set up, though.
Yeah. Okay. So, everyone in this chat who actually did their homework has already read a lot of the player guidance that's in this book for how play works in this. I think something to set up for the viewers is that this is a fully collaborative game. While your characters are going to be sort of butting heads and lying to each other and competing, the players are always communicating and always collaborating and working to like uncover and reveal the truth of this mystery together. To that end, one of the first things that we do is we set up our safety tools, our lines and our veils, which we've done. Does anyone have any others that they want to add on to here before we move forward? Are we good?
No, I think we're good. I'm good at least.
I'm good.
Okay, awesome. And the next thing that we do is we set up our palette. This is something that I got from Yarn Spinner, and I'm sorry, did you say Street Magic? It's a really, really awesome system to make sure that everyone who's playing is on the same page and pulling from the same touchstones. So what we're going to do is everyone is going to make 2 sticky notes, pick whatever color you want, and you're going to put a 1 or 2 word like touchstone or theme on them. And once we've done that, we're going to take turns kind of picking and drafting them. And these can be things like pulp or gonzo, space, black coffee, stuff like that. We've already got space, so I won't do aliens.
Ha! Oh my god, Dana, stop licking. Thank you. I have a very loud dog.
I was watching something the other day where someone was going through the dog roll table that they had created for exactly what kind of dog you find. And it had different levels of good that the dog was. But one of them was like bad dog, and it made me a little upset. Because I know that there are bad dogs out there, but in my game, I'm like, why would I roll on it? Why would I ever want an option for rolling to be bad dog? Like my power fantasy is all dogs good dog.
There should never be the option for a bad dog. Quite frankly.
I think me and Sarah wrote the same word down. And
No,
then
I got
both
it, I got
saw
it,
The
I got
other
it, I got
person
it.
erased
I
the
got it.
word.
I got it.
Okay.
I've chosen
So-
violence.
I know which three I'm hoping for.
So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go around and you pick one that is not one that you submitted. So pick someone else's to use. Keegan, why don't you go first, since you're the top left of my screen?
Cool. I'm grabbing amphibious. I'm just gonna drag it up here.
Perfect. Sarah?
I'm gonna pick faith. I do want faith.
Excellent. Tony?
Mid-century modern, you coward.
Now I'm going to pick brickwork.
Hell yeah. And I'm going to pick like Grey's Anatomy, but courtrooms. So that makes our palette. So as we are making our characters and the details of the crime, these are the touchstones that we stick to. And we move right from there onto actually making and mapping the case.
I just need Nevyn, before we get any further, I just need to know how did we just create hard mode, or is this pretty standard for what you're seeing coming out of your playtest so far?
I've seen more gonzo than this.
Oh, I feel like
Sarah?
I have to raise my hand, and
Yes.
I can put on a dense cap and everything. What is brickwork?
I was about to ask the same thing. I was just
Like-
waiting until we were done.
Like red bricks with white mortar between them, like old
Okay.
school city buildings, like
Okay.
brick roads, brick buildings.
Okay. That's
To me, brickwork brings about like a very specific location.
gotcha. Yeah, no, catch me Googling brickwork and it being like, are you interested in masonry? And me being like, this can't be right.
but
You're
it
gonna get
might
some-
evoke some like pseudo noir concepts, but more
Yeah. Yeah.
more the city aspect of brickwork.
Like, I totally get it. Well, I don't totally get it, but I have an idea. I'm going to chase that.
Perfect.
You know what?
Chase it.
Here's the deal. I don't totally get amphibious. I actually 100% know what that means, but I still don't get it yet. I can't wait to find out together.
I'm so excited.
Bingo. So like this is actually not the most gonzo I've seen. One of the earlier playtests was straight up on a space station in a galactically televised courtroom, and one of the witnesses who came in was the son of the Hubble telescope.
I'm so happy.
So like you can do anything in this game. It's magic. So we're actually going to start mapping out the case now. If you were playing this in person, you would be using note cards, sticky notes, red string, and tape. But we're going to emulate that on Miro. The first thing that we need to do is actually determine what our crime is. So I'm going to make a little box right over here. The crime.
Oh my god, there's more board off to the side.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Infinite
infinite.
board.
Miro's infinite, Keegan.
Okay, cool.
it is
I don't know if you knew that.
No, I didn't. Thanks.
By
like,
the way,
it's interesting.
chat
Everyone's
as
mics are
we are doing touchstones and other stuff like that. If you have thoughts, please feel free. Like I'm happy to be your voice in the courtroom. We don't want you to feel disenfranchised by the system. We got enough of that in the real world. This court is actually equitable. And if the court isn't,
judge. I see what's happening here.
the stream is. So, feel free to toss things out as we're going.
Perfect. Okay, so what do we think our crime is? It can be, the guidance for this is like it should be something that would be interesting to see on like a TV show. whether that TV show is like Judge Judy or NCIS or whatever. This is something that you would see in like a TV show or movie because we have to be able to make it dramatic and interesting. It could be a theft. It could be an assassination attempt. It could be a building vanished. That happened my last playtest. Anybody have any feelings on what our crime is?
I'm trying to figure out how space and brickwork intersect with each other at this moment.
We're on a space station that emulates like Main Street.
Yeah.
We are
And there's been
on a planet underwater.
Oh. Here was my bit. There's been a sequence of kidnappings, and they were all salamanders.
Perfect. Yeah, let's do it.
I like that. Sequence of kidnapping. They were all salamanders.
Salamander kidnappings. That's the crime.
I
So
love
it.
now that we have that,
Are these uplifted
this
salamanders or are these space salamanders?
I'm imagining
Yes.
they are like sentient, basically lizard folk.
No, I mean, but have we uplifted salamanders to co-sentience alongside human beings, or have they come from another part of the universe?
Or are they better than us in every way?
They're probably better than us in every way, right? Have you met a human?
Did they uplift us, and at a certain point they decided to reveal their true godhood to us?
I truly
Salamanders were the
imagine
gateway.
we saw a salamander like lick its eye to clean it. We're like, that's so cute. They need better brains.
Help them think, please. Cool. So next, what we're going to do is we're actually going to make our epiphany clocks. So epiphany clocks is a fun, delightful system that we'll worry more about later. What you need to do is make like an 8-segment clock underneath your name.
Underneath my name.
These are things we're going to basically use throughout play. They'll be filling up. Here, I'm putting it down here.
Yeah,
so they're all together.
I like that Keegan is like, fuck your clock, bro.
Look, I just have an easier time tracking actual fractions.
No, that's okay. That's like a good way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, all clocks are is fractions, and game designers are cowards.
Plus,
Game,
it's like
game designers know that the term the fractions brings weird flashbacks. Also,
yeah, perfect.
Also,
if somebody told me to track a fraction in my game, I would burn it.
Yeah. Also, I will say this. Part of it also probably potentially has to do that it was popularized by Blades in the Dark, even though it really comes from Apocalypse World. And can you imagine saying it's time to track your faction fraction on a regular basis?
It would be so
That'd
much
be so
better.
good.
I've argued about this so many times. I'm not going to do it again.
By
I've
the way,
considered faction fractions before now, though, and they're good, actually.
if you want some background courtroom ambiance to put on behind the stream, I dropped a playlist in there that Nevyn's friend has created for this. Oh, look, somebody created my faction fraction for me.
So basically, as we do certain moves during the actual courtroom section, these are going to fill up at different rates, and things happen when they fill up. Don't worry about it for now, but it's an important feature of the game.
Where we
Now
pop
we're going to create our defendant and our victim. Whoever is playing the stand, I believe that's you, Sarah. You will be in charge of playing all of the witnesses, but also the defendant.
Okay.
And the judge will play the victim if they ever come up. So if there's a salamander brought in, then Tony, you're going to get to be a salamander.
Oh, am I the judge?
I assume so, considering you said earlier that you had ideas for a judge character.
I think I was just bullshitting in chat. I think I was typing a bunch of random stuff that didn't make any sense with the system, but 100% that's fine. Let's see. Things I typed in. How many points should I put into legal?
Yeah.
Thinking about min-maxing jurisprudence. Judge class seems kind of OP in this system.
Here's the thing about all of that. I was still waking up, and I had real panic that I hadn't actually read all the rules.
Should I just
And I
put
was
this
like,
+1
shit.
file folder of charming on my character sheet?
That's when I knew it was a bit. Up until then, thought it was super real. I was like, oh no.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh no, where'd my fractions
No, I'm
go?
happy to play. I'm happy to
I
play
moved
Judge.
it. The thing about me and Miro is that I'm just gonna move everything.
And
always.
you should, because you're probably better at it than any of the rest of us. And so,
I have a Miro problem.
Oh my
I know
God,
how to
everything-
use Miro mostly.
Okay, so we have our crime. Now we need to make the defendant and victim. I'm getting us back on track. I'm reeling us in. I'm doing my best.
Good luck.
Who do we think the defendant here is? Who is the suspect? The important thing here is that just because they're the defendant doesn't mean they did it.
Mhm.
We're gonna make a lot of characters, and any of them could have done it.
I'm gonna say the obvious thing: hot space heart surgeon.
That is the obvious thing if you
It
think
is
about
the
it.
obvious thing if you think about it.
If you think about
If
it.
you think
All right.
about it.
So
But I want to hear what everybody else thinks.
I mean,
Yeah, we just got to come up with a good Dr. Mick name for them.
let me look up a doctor name generator.
I'm
Oh, well, it has to be like McSteamy or
Well, no,
something,
but that's
'cause
their
we're going
nickname.
after-
So, right?
Oh, okay.
So it could be like Dr. McSparkles, if we want to go with more of the space theme. It could be Dr. McSlicey.
Pepper.
Hang on,
Dr.
hang on.
Pepper.
I'm gonna write something down here, and you can.
Yeah,
Yes.
actually. Oh wow, he's docking.
I remembered what.
Dr. Doc Docking.
I'm gonna go back to bed. We're gonna try this again.
Nope, no.
In 2 hours.
No, I love it. Dr. Doc Docking. I would prefer it with a CK to bring in that space aspect really strongly.
It could just be Dr. Doc.
Dr. Doc.
Dr. Doc, perfect.
Uh,
Calm down, Sarah. Calm down.
That was really funny. And it caught me by surprise.
Tony.
This game's over.
I don't even care what happens from here on out. I'm like, this was great.
Okay, so who's our victim? Is it the general salamander public?
Yeah, I mean, generally it's salamanders.
do we have
Generally
like? Is there? Do we want to envision that there's a face? Like, I mean, like a bunch of salamander babies have been stolen, and adult salamanders. We're not doing kids specifically. Bunch of salamanders have been stolen. But was there one very innocent, slightly more attractive than they should be salamander that the media has latched onto as the face of this case? I think is what we need to identify.
Ooh.
Yeah, like what if what if there's like a famous actor salamander that was kidnapped?
Yeah, I think I'd like to go with like aspiring actress, right? Like and
Ooh, yeah.
part of
What
the
is like
conversation
a-
is she just writing this up for fame as part of the background?
I need a we need a pun name that's like Leonardo DiCaprio, but like a salamander.
All right, chat, we're gonna throw that
I
to
was like, don't
you.
worry, the chat's here.
Chat,
Yeah,
you're in
chat,
charge
help
of salamander
Salamander-based puns.
attractive, innocent young ingenue who may be manipulating this court case for their own ends, writing it up to fame. We need a pun name for them.
Salamander.
God bless John Tacos.
Oh, that's my buddy John.
God bless.
God bless you, John.
John Tacos.
I really like Selena.
I do too.
We're gonna do this. It's gonna be
Salamanca and Amphibio is
Selena-
a strong last name, though.
yes,
Mhm.
Selena Amphibio.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, uh,
Amazing.
Cool.
Valix, you're doing a great job too. Don't take
Yes.
any of our love for other people as shade against you.
Yeah, no, Selena is very good.
Okay, excellent. So we have our defendant and victim, and these characters, like as we play, will flesh out details and stuff like that. And also, you are all free to just grab an image from Google and put it in the Miro board.
Oh shit! Am I
Oh no,
about,
that's
am
how
I
you
about,
get sexy
am I about
salamanders
to
on
Google
your stream,
sexy
bud.
salamanders?
I was literally mid-googling it.
It's another list we're all about to end up on.
Oh no.
I feel like every
No.
time I'm on plus one, I get put on another list.
On it.
The mix, I don't know what y'all are getting as far as your mix goes. The audience can see what mix I'm getting.
It's loading. It's loading.
Oh, no, you got to be real careful Googling that, bud. Oh my
I'd be careful doing what?
Oh, yes. Oh.
I don't even care where you put that one. You can just have it.
Have it.
Perfect.
I like how I Google sexy salamanders and whoever this guy's face is just pops up. I think this is an area of interest for this individual, but maybe we just
Does that say the fantastic frog and the sexy salamander?
Fantastic frogs and sexy salamanders. Topic of next. Who knows? Who
Oh
knows?
my gosh.
I also know is it's also whatever is it's free and open to all ages, and that's what's really important about Fantastic Frogs and Sexy Salamanders, is that anybody
Correct.
can access them. Do I dare click on the image results?
I wouldn't.
I
I wouldn't
can-
on live on stream.
Too late.
I wouldn't on stream. You are 100% going to see boobs.
There's a lot of Pokemon furry porn that came up when I searched that. I want you to know.
Yeah, bud.
I would not.
My work computer has pretty strong partitions on what can and cannot come up. So
that's pretty
extremely
good.
fair.
Well, whatever those top two results are really got past your filters, bud.
what do you mean?
Oh my god, this is so much.
Oh man.
So happy.
All right.
I had not seen Selena Amphibio until this moment, and it's
She's incredible. She's going to
perfect in every way.
during the 2-hour break. She's going to get like a little hat and like
she's
like
really
little
serving it
instruments.
up. Okay, so now we're actually going to officially choose our roles and start making our characters. I think we've pretty much got our roles, though. Sarah, you are obviously going to be the stand.
Excellent.
Tony, do you want to be the judge, or do you want to?
I'm
be
happy to be the
something else?
judge. I'm happy to be the judge.
Okay, perfect. Keegan, prosecution or defense?
Oh, you can choose. I'm fine with either.
Nope, it's my game. You choose.
Womp womp.
Fuck you.
Look on your
I'll be
place,
prosecution.
Keegan.
All right. Keegan's prosecution. I will be defense. So the way that this works,
Love to play heel.
we are going to start with the stand because they take. They take them. Oh my god! I'm trying so hard to. I can't. I woke up today and I was like, I'm gonna go on there. I'm gonna be professional. I'm gonna promote Justicar, and one of those things is getting
Babe,
thrown out
it's
the
not
window.
happening.
It's not. So we're gonna start with the stand.
Okay, wait, let's pause for a second. I want everybody to know. The number one thing you should know about this game is we're having a blast playing it. And you should 100% go to bytes.rip/Justicar and sign up to get notified when the game goes live. And so you can have this much fun at home. And Google
Sexy salamanders and put it on
Sexy
hero board.
salamanders.
or whatever you
You're-
do, whatever you do.
You're actually
I hear-
only allowed to Google sexy salamanders legally if you go to the Kickstarter page and you follow it.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
Until that point, you can't get on the list.
Mhm.
And sexy salamander autographs are going for $10. So you
If
can go ahead.
If you sign up, if you download session
Correct.
0, you get
Oh my
you get
God.
10 sexy salamanders built in.
So the stand, aka Sarah's role. Every character in Justicar is made up of a list of aspects. I'm going to make one right here. I'm just going to list out these aspects for you. So the aspects are their name, their style, their job, expertise, and their key. Name, pronouns, those are obvious. Your style is like how you look, what your vibe is, you know, how you generally kick it. Your job is your job. Your expertise is the one thing you know more about than anyone else in the courtroom. And your key is an aspect. It's how you're connected to the case. This is something that, you know, it's what you saw or what you heard or how you were involved. There are two types of keys. There's regular keys, and then there's secret keys. A regular key, anyone can bring up throughout the case. A secret key, only the player can bring it up unless a piece of evidence is used. All of these details are just fuel for the story. How this is going to work for the stand, Sarah, is each of us are going to give you a list of aspects, and then you are going to mix and match them to make 4 witnesses.
Okay.
And you're going to be doing that while we make our other characters.
Okay.
So, sorry,
Let's do
you're going to
that.
be making 3 witnesses because the 3 of us are giving you a list, and you're just sitting tight for a sec.
Okay. Awesome.
So, Tony, Keegan, let's make some characters.
Cool. And are we building these characters fully?
Yeah, you're going to fill out this list,
Okay.
and then Sarah's going to mix and match them. So what you're making is not going to be the actual final character.
Cool. Sarah, why don't you tell us while we're doing this some of the coolest things in your costume box?
Some of the coolest things in my costume box. I actually have a stethoscope. It's this thing.
Oh, wonderful.
We have a variety of glasses, so many different kinds. I have a police hat. I think I have a couple of swords that just rarely make an appearance because it's, you know, it is what it is.
Oh, well then I got your bag.
Oh, excellent. I used to have a bag of ears, which sounds insane when I say it like that. The ears have since been divvied up and paired with wigs for the different characters that I play. So now I have bags of ears. Gosh, I don't even know. The Gonzo glasses or the Groucho Marx glasses are a favorite of mine. I do like those a lot. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I have like the little Frankenstein bolts, but I think they're still in the package. I don't think I've ever opened them. Gosh, I'm like trying to think. There's a lot of just random crap just tucked under my bed, it turns out. I have a cowboy hat that's very good, an inordinate number of bandanas.
And how many is an inordinate number of bandanas?
It's a lot.
You tell me how many bandanas you think is too many.
Well, we have like 20, so
to me that's such a small number of bandanas, and I'm 100%
Really?
this is not a
that
joke.
seems like 20 is like a normal amount of bandanas.
Interesting.
I have at different points in my life had for wearing no less than like 50 bandanas, and generally speaking, probably 300 or 400 bandanas in my house for most of my adult life.
I have found my people.
Have you ever worn them all at once?
I've worn a lot of them at the same time.
This is amazing, and I'm very happy. I have a closet where my bandanas are kind of like hung because it's an extra coat closet because I'm fancy like that, and it's like hung over the thing. And friends, when they come over, like they'll open it and be like, "Why do you have so many bandanas?" And I'm like, "Because you need them. You never know.
They're important.
Need them. Yeah, they're a staple for my fashion."
Excellent. All right, so I think we're just waiting on Tony to finish up.
Yeah. So witness, unless we say it's a secret, it's a general key. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
All right, awesome. So
Hat.
Sarah,
coat.
while we go and make our other characters, you're gonna
Mhm.
basically take some more of these and just mix and match however you want.
Mhm,
This
mhm.
is your toy box. This is your Lego set. Go to town.
Okay, I'm on it.
Excellent. And we are gonna go up over here and make our characters. So next up, we're moving on to the judge. So Tony, you're gonna just make your judge however you want. You can actually take the job thing out of there because that is your job is your
I'll put judge
role.
on there.
So you are going to make that character, and that's going to be your character. But the judge has a thing called tilts. So all of us are going to give you a tilt. This is like a special secret aspect that the judge has. They are secret aspects about the character that only the judge and the player who wrote it down know. These are things like their current mood, how they feel about another character, or some kind of ulterior motive that the judge has towards the case. So these are like your secret biases, and we get to tell you what they are.
Love it.
You can have other ones, but we're going to at least give you these. And there's actually a pretty good chance that you get more of them as we play. And you should use these to like be biased during play, like butt in, tell people no, tell people yes. Like this is your whole shtick. You are completely encouraged to like interject and to let yourself be biased on these things.
Okay.
So myself, Keegan, and Sarah, whenever she's ready, are just going to like DM you on Discord.
Oh, these are private secret knowledge.
These are private secret.
So I got to put them somewhere that the audience can't just see them.
Exactly. And some examples are like, you're really hungry, you'd rather be anywhere else, you have an intense dislike of the prosecution or defense, or you don't know anything about a key facet of the case.
Love it.
I feel like that works, but I can't double check with you, so we're gonna hope it does.
I'm gonna give you one that is gonna be terrible. I hope you enjoy.
We're gonna have given him two things that are exactly the opposite of each other.
100% what happened. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Great. Cool.
Okay. And now, Keegan, you and I can start making our prosecution and defense characters. They don't have any special aspects or anything like that, so we're just going to make them.
You're not special. You're just a person.
Damn, really?
That's what you
Yeah.
just said.
You gonna get me like that?
Chat, tell me what you think I'm an expert in and what my style is. I'm gonna let chat decide. My name is Jurian Executioner.
Oh,
That's
My
a
God, yes.
name.
Yeah,
I
which
would
makes me
a good name.
on
Judge
MySpace.
Judge Jurian Executioner.
Wow. That's
I'm
pretty good. I
supportive.
like that.
Quick question. The
Mhm.
name Fran didn't come with pronoun. Do I get to pick, or is there?
I was letting you pick because I
Okay.
didn't know what everybody else was doing necessarily, and I wanted one that was a little bit more broad and open.
Perfect.
All right. So it's the best part is I don't know which one of these is my style and which one of these would be my expertise, and I'm gonna pick probably the opposite of each other. Oh, TWJam did tell me one specifically. I got spaceology coming in. I got general spaceology also too, just so we understand I'm not as a specialist in the field. Xenobiology, and then style 90s cool kid. As somebody who grew up in the 90s, I don't know what that looks like because it wasn't me.
Well, Tony, just
Same.
imagine you, but the opposite.
Oh, no. Oh, that's what I should have been doing the entire time.
Jesus Christ, Keegan.
This is a
I
great
just said it
stream
wasn't
of people
me.
because I can just go after everyone here without worrying.
Yeah, here's the thing is With the exception of Sarah, I know both of you, and I can be mean to you two. Sarah, I have to be very nice.
Oh, not for
There's
long.
no reason to be nice
Not for
to
long? Okay,
Sarah.
cool.
By session 2, all bets are off, and so
Yeah.
90s cool kids. This is kind of
It
work.
got really quiet.
How do you? I can't. How do you spell disheveled? I found it. Autocorrect for the win.
I typed in Zingo biology. That's not a thing.
But you need to leave it now.
I'm having trouble coming up with an expertise.
Yeah, I was like, do you have examples of expertise?
So
I
we've
was
got.
literally
I
about
did
to
not
ask.
use spaceology or general
Yeah.
spaceology. Chad, if you got more, expertises, feel free to bring them in.
I'm
There
trying to
are
think of,
some.
like,
There are some
expertises.
examples in. There are plenty of examples like in the game text. For the prosecution and defense examples, I've got some other field of law, some kind of niche craft, or like the fashion industry.
Oh, perfect. Done.
Oh, 90s
already
the
had-
nanny ass.
I really, so here's the deal, everyone, is I really love the nanny.
The Nanny's so good.
It is
I
very good.
The
Makes
Nanny
it
is
pretty
so
good,
good.
the whole show. Because it's on HBO Max now, so.
Oh my gosh. Music theory, knitting, space golf are ones that just came in.
Oh god, and I need a key still, don't I?
Am I allowed to
Yeah.
have more than one expertise? Can you have bird law and fashion?
No,
Oh.
you get one
You
expertise.
can only have one interest.
What
as
about
a human person.
bird fashion law? That's you specialized.
Fashionable birds law? You only represent birds that are fashion, like really, really into fashion.
Perfect.
It's very niche.
One sec, I got this.
Also, I do want to, in my mind, the whatever 90s we're talking about is not the 1990s. It's some other century of
The
90s.
1790s.
All right.
The
I got mine.
2290s.
Sarah, don't forget to shoot me over a tilt whenever you get a chance.
Oh, that's right.
Just
Crap.
message it to me on Discord.
Okay, I need to remind myself what that is exactly. Because I got so focused on divvying up your very good cards.
Unfortunately, if you Google robot lawyer, you don't really find any good pictures.
That can't be true. Did you try sexy robot lawyer?
I didn't. I should do that.
Because those will exist.
You know what? Let me do that. Let me look up sexy robot lawyer.
Oh, I have to see if Twitter's turned out the image I need yet.
I
That'd be
got
great.
some robot judge images. Did you get a lot of robot judges when you looked it up?
Yeah.
Oh, this one, there are two very good ones here. Hold on. I'll drop these over so you can. This is probably my favorite one. Oh crap, that's huge.
Massive.
I can't wait
Big.
for this. I can't. I'm gonna zoom out so I can see it in its all
Truly.
its glory.
Truly anticipating right now. What a big... Yeah. I got that one too. It's really good.
Oh my god. This is a problem with having more than one monitor because I like turn for a second and I come back to Terminator.
And
Judge.
here is the other one I got that was pretty good.
Ooh, I like that one better. I like that one better.
Is
It's
that
giving me
Johnny
Wally
Five?
vibes.
Nobody's got very Johnny Five vibes, and Johnny Five is alive.
I was actually torn between this one and this one.
Oh god, all these are so big. What are we doing?
Why are they huge?
Doc Miss
Massive
Scaly came in at just the right size. Oh, those are two very good ones.
Corporate wants you to tell the difference between these two photos.
They are the same photo. I'm gonna take this one. Perfect. Okay. Also, feel free to, was that the prosecution or defense, Keegan?
You're the defense.
Cool. Thanks.
Sarah, just read your joke.
Okay, this is very. I was nervous about it, but that's all I wanted.
Which ones did you? Which ones are the final? These here.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm gonna
Lordy.
delete the originals.
I gotta figure out what my character looks like, huh?
Okay. So
I of course made my aesthetic someone who has a picture. So thank you, everyone.
here we go.
God, Jesus, everything's so big. There we go.
All right.
I'm so happy.
I think the real reason I made this game is so that I could just like get the catharsis of like organizing a mural board.
I really feel like that's all you're doing. You don't even know what your role is.
I'm just tired,
You're just
bud.
here to organize a Miro board. You're not.
Oh,
fooling me.
that's incredible.
It's very good.
That's.
I'll be
so
honest.
good.
I woke up this morning like I'm gonna be Fran Fine during this game. I don't.
This will happen for me.
Perfect. Okay. So we have our characters. They are all incredible, beautiful, unique creatures.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Let me scroll down. So next up, we are going to create evidence. So what we're going to do is everyone is going to create 2 pieces of evidence, and then Keegan and I are going to draft pick them. Evidences are made up of 2 specific things. There is the evidence itself, and then it has a flaw. The good rule of thumb here is the better or stronger a piece of evidence is, the bigger its flaw should be. So if a piece of evidence you have is like a signed confession, then the flaw should be something like it's forged.
Okay.
And the whole idea for these is that it's just these are things that Keegan and I are going to be using to be like, look at this piece of evidence, and I'm asking a question about it.
Sorry, I just saw jury and executioner over here.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
So like here's video footage of Selena walking around that salamander. Like, gosh, I'm having trouble with words, but like a good example would be like video of Selena at a place where salamanders disappeared from. So like footage of Selena at the scene of the crime.
Okay.
Then
It was the footage. The footage was taken at a Selena lookalike event. So was it really her?
perfect. See, that's perfect. That's exactly the kind of thing we're going for. So just go to town. Everybody should make 2 pieces of evidence themselves so that we have a total of 8.
Okay.
All right. Chad, if you've got ideas about evidence, go ahead and type them in.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a good point in the chat. Is Selena not the victim here?
Selena
Yeah.
is the victim.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Selena's the victim. Dr. Doc, also known as Doc McScaly, is the defendant.
What is the dissertation? That's it.
There you go. Ooh, I'm gonna have a hard time with this. Chat, if you want to
Yeah.
give me
My brain is
Yeah, this is a tough one.
John Taco says a goopy footprint.
That's pretty good.
Ooh. I do like that.
I don't like the word goopy.
That's what makes it so.
I do like it a lot.
That's what's wrong with it. Is that
It's goopy. Why this footprint so goopy?
Oh, did we break Miro?
It's working fine for me.
Not for me. Hold on. I'm gonna hit refresh. I'm gonna make us all big and beautiful for a second.
All right, I'm just gonna do it.
A gun.
I can't believe you've done this. I cannot believe you've done this.
What, a gun?
It's just a whole thing.
That gun has to go off before the end of the case now.
It has to go off.
It's
Somebody's got to fire that
Chekhov's
gun.
law.
I'm just going for. I'm just going for it.
You just gotta go for it.
Yeah, I'm like, we're in space. Whatever. I can just write things.
Yeah, you can just make up whatever you want, it turns out.
Yeah. The thing about the evidence is that, like, it doesn't need to be directly related. One of the pieces of evidence I had in a playtest was, quote, everyone's favorite donut. And the flaw it had was that it was just a little bit offensive.
Amazing.
Here we go.
We've also had, from that same playtest, we had the smoking gun, and the flaw was literally. And we basically decided that it was a sentient gun. That was
wow,
very
you really
hot.
have a brand, don't you?
Listen, I didn't make that piece of evidence.
Sure.
Oh, John says Selena wrote their own love letter.
Oh.
Ooh, Jam, that's a really good... A love letter from McScaly addressed to Selena. With the flaw, it's in
Ooh.
Selena's handwriting.
I do like that.
I like two of us have chosen different high school related things, and I'm just leaving them in.
Oh,
It's
did you
good,
do a high school
actually.
thing? Did you do a high
Yeah,
school
no,
thing
it's
also?
perfect. It's perfect. I just wrote field trip a second ago.
I can't figure out how to make these half ones. I'm gonna just copy Sarah's real quick. Dang it, that's not what I wanted to do. Still not doing it.
There's so much going on.
How
What
do
are
you
trying to do?
How do you make a half note?
Here,
Oh, you
Tony,
just scale
have
it
these.
down.
Do what?
You just like grab it
Yeah.
and then you stretch it
It wouldn't let me stretch it.
or unstretch it.
I'm so it's fine.
Some of
Tony,
these
I
are
just-
grouped.
I just
so-
slapped them right above your character.
Oh my god.
Also
This is
bad.
chaos. We're struggling here. We got it though. We're fine.
I'm moving everyone's stuff because I don't like it.
This is great television.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna put my two
There
below
we
me,
go.
so I don't have to deal with the chaos of whatever the fuck y'all are doing on the Miro board up there.
Uh,
I'm making art, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Get it together, Keegan. I'm fucking making art over here.
Okay. I have
ooh.
made my pieces of evidence. They are very stupid.
What if I just start going back through and recoloring people's things just to like really sow chaos here?
Do it.
I mean, you could.
No, I
Okay,
did.
so
just
we have all 8.
I believe so.
Great.
Who knows how to count though? So
You do, right?
no, not
You
past
can't,
5.
you can't read, but at least you can count. Okay, so Jesus Christ.
Where Sarah, did you do that?
No, Aaron did. MVP.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so
Oh
now
no, it
what
hasn't
we're going
loaded
to
for
do,
me yet.
what we're going to
What do
do
you think?
is Keegan, you and I are going to take turns picking evidence. The defense gets to pick first. And this is basically your evidence that you get to use during the case.
Okay.
So I'm going to pick first, and I'm going to take the illegible medical records.
I'm going to take the gun.
By the way, chat, if you're watching right now and you want to either on Twitter or on Discord would be my preference, message me any tilts you want me to have. I will pick one or two from chat also.
Oh my god.
You cannot post them publicly because then people will see them. You have to message them to me over at +1EXP on Twitter, or if we are friends on Discord, send them to me there. That is a better place.
I'm going to take the picture of the 2020 2203 class.
Okay. God. I'm gonna take this set of salamander skin boots.
Ooh, that's good.
Oh my god, are you reshaping things on my board now? Go away.
That's right. I'm here. I'm gonna take the space car outside city limits filled with feral raccoons. One of the another piece of evidence we had was a suspicious horse with the flaw aggressive. So this is
doesn't
good.
sound like
This
a
is
flaw
good
to me.
imagery.
Sounds like an advantage.
I'm
That sounds like
stealing
an average horse.
a footage of Selena at the crime scene from a lookalike event.
Okay. And then I'm going to take, because I have the picture of the high school class, I'm going to take the class field trip.
Which means I have Dr.
Oh,
schedule.
to an active volcano. I missed that. That's great. Good for them. Excellent. So now we have that. Oh, somebody, you moved my.
Give it back. The defense is a piece of evidence.
Stop it. I locked it. Now you
coward.
can't.
You fucking coward.
In fact, let me just lock all of it.
Oh, no.
You're done.
No.
Really
I
good
want
TV
none of
by me
this.
just being a dick.
Okay. The next part, and we're almost done with setup. The next part is connections. So all of us are going to create 3 relationships. And we're going to do that by drawing a big red line between any characters on the screen. Let me just do that and give you an example. And you put some text on that line for what the relationship is. Connections are, when creating a relationship involving another character, you should always be sure to like discuss that idea with the other player first to make sure that they're cool with it. But these are things like, oh, they just matched on Tinder, or like this was this person's mentor before. Any sort of connection or thread that can be pulled on to like cause additional drama and sort of guide the discussions between play. Some common ones are like, oh, they were blackmailing this person, or they worked together, or they were involved in a crime before. And you're going to create 2 from your character to other aspects, and then 1 that ties 2 completely separate aspects together.
Okay.
Can I get this played out in front of my eyes?
Yeah.
So my brain can
Let
comprehend.
me, Keegan, I'm going to make a connection from Trent McDowell to Cleta Cool.
Yep.
And it is going to be, let's see.
Luckily, we can see we have both secret keys related to the same characters. This should not be difficult.
Okay. We're just going to do.
Yeah.
Big time rivalry.
Cool. Should we do these one at a time because just for
Yeah.
TV?
That's
essentially?
probably a good idea.
I have
Boo.
to sometimes. Well, Tony, you already drew a line, I see. So why don't you talk
Yeah.
about it?
I'm drawn to an NPC. How do I add text to a line? Is there a way to
You
automatically
click on the
snap it?
line,
I
and then
tried
there's
that.
like a little plus T.
Plus T. There we go. Oh, plus T. So I keep on trying to buy a new pet from Roberto Macallo,
Oh, very
who's
good.
got the stylist slab of beef. Job is taxes, in quotation marks. Expertise being human.
Also in quotation marks.
Yes. I've been trying to buy a pet from them recently.
Okay.
I can go if you don't have one immediately.
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, go for it.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna draw a line from Cleta Cool to Selena Amphibibo.
Amphibio.
Amphibio. I'm just gonna keep making sounds until I've decided it sounds right. But thank you.
Okay, that's fair and good.
Yeah.
Been trying.
I mean, that's that's as a judge, that's my job. I've been trying.
No, god damn it.
Been trying all
Rusty.
day.
Tegan, do you need help?
I don't know how to fucking write on this. I'll be honest. Things are just fucking up over here. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Been trying. Okay, thank you.
Keegan.
I appreciate you. This one time.
This one time.
It's sideways. Okay, cool.
It's just gonna be sideways.
It's fine. I think Cleta Cool played Selena Amphibibo's lawyer on a TV show once.
I
Very
love that.
good.
That's really good.
I would like to propose a line between Guy, human dude, and the defense that Trent has represented Guy before.
I love it. Yeah.
Oh, damn, y'all are putting arrows on your lines?
I was actually trying not to, but apparently I did.
I'm putting arrows because they're important.
Are they?
Yes.
Well, tell us about why the arrows matter.
They don't.
Because the relationships aren't always, bi-directional. So like here with this one specifically, I think it's important because it lets us know that the judge is trying to adopt from Roberto.
Gotcha.
So it just makes it clear what direction that relationship
Is there a way I
goes at
add
a glance.
two arrows on it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you
so on
click
the very
line,
left, there's like, never mind.
you choose, you click on the line and you can choose the arrow for both ends.
I
Click on the line.
I want this arrow to be for. I did.
All right. Then at the very leftmost section,
Yeah.
on that, it'll say like none and then arrow. You click on that and it puts it on both.
Gotcha. Like, nope. I just flips it. None arrow.
You're hitting
you can choose either the none or the arrow as well. One's line start, one's line end.
Mm-hmm.
So none is the side without an arrow. Currently.
Gotcha.
Oh,
now it makes sense. All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It took me a minute. I get you.
I'm gonna add one that they served together. Fran Butcher, whose style is hat, trench coat, job exotic pet salesperson, expertise amphibious assault, and key is eyewitness. I think they served with Dr. Doc McScaly in the big fight.
The big fight.
Okay.
The big
Yes.
fight.
Yeah. Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
Severed.
did you have some text you needed to put on this one?
Oh yeah, it was that Trent represented Guy before. And then I would like to propose that Fran has a connection to Selena in that she was the chaperone for the Salamander class field trip to the volcano.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah, go for it.
That's great.
Chat, if you
We
got
have
any
stocks.
suggested connections, feel free to toss them out.
Nevyn, even with the explanation on how to add text, I don't see how to make it work.
You just click the T with the plus sign next to
And then
it.
start
Keegan.
start typing.
you
The
type.
little
And then you just
flashy
start
thing.
typing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just start
Yeah.
typing.
Oh wow, my text is so tiny. Okay, that's why I didn't see it before.
And there's the you gotta press it up.
I am gonna do a connection from.
Wow, that
Hmm.
text did not come out the same way. Like even a little bit. I don't know what I did so differently.
You have to stop. You have to style the text too.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm
I'll
now
let-
realizing that Miro makes for absolutely dog shit TV.
Oh, there's a text position. Okay, I'm following.
The worst part is I also essentially have to cameraman it while using it too. That's
Yeah.
Anyway, I just drew a line from Roberto McCalico to Cleticool that they are ex-fiancés.
Yes. 1,000 times. Yeah. So there. Correct me if I'm. There has to be 2 lines out from each.
I think each of us draws 2 lines
You just
from our character.
You just make 2 from
Okay.
one of your characters to another character in the case, and then you make 1 from anyone else to anyone else.
All right,
Okay.
chat. I got 1 from me to someone else that it has to be done. So you tell me a way I'm connected to somebody else, chat.
Oh, oops. That was not supposed to happen that way. Oh, cool. I just found out you can combine lines, which gets real confusing.
Yeah.
Can
There we go.
Yeah, because otherwise this makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
okay. Can I suggest a line between the judge and I'm trying to see the victim in that Jurian refuses to watch anything that Selena's in because they think that she's a hack. Or is that too specific?
I think that's great.
Is that okay with you, Tony?
It's the one reason we know I'm not prejudiced in this case.
I drew
Oh.
a line from
All the other judges that there were all prejudiced in Selena's favor.
I just drew a line. It's my last one. From Doc McScaly to Selena Amphibibo. That just they had an illicit affair at one point.
Perfect. Love it.
Hey, Chrissy, thanks for joining us. Thanks for the follow. Thanks, Witchboy, for the follow also, too. Judge to Dr. Doc, fellow space hockey enjoyers.
Ooh.
You know what? It's going to break things. It's going to break the game, but we'll go ahead and add it.
Oh my god, I love this weird line from the defense to the defendant that looks like a fucking roller coaster.
Because this feels like a roller coaster currently.
Yeah.
I want to make a connection between Fran and Roberto.
Okay.
The only context I'm going to put on this line is supplied the beef.
From
you
who
feel?
to who?
Fran, the butcher,
To
supplied the beef to Roberto
Okay.
McCallico.
okay.
We somehow do not have a line, and I'm realizing this is my fault, and it's too late for me to fix it. There's not a line from Fran to Cleo, whose art is Fran.
All right. So, chat, I need the name of a space hockey team that both Doc, also known as Doc McScaly, and I both root for. I like how everybody got super quiet after that, just waiting for chat to type things in.
Yeah, because we could hear him.
We can hear chat typing.
I need it.
So-
Here's the thing, gang. I'm gonna be really honest with you. If the game stopped here, I would just be satisfied in knowing that we made this. Like, this is a lot of fun.
And
I'm
good news,
enjoying
the game
hell
does
out-
stop here. We're done.
We're
playing.
done.
That's it.
We've done it.
That's all we're
No,
doing.
This is
Um,
very much just like
Real fast, Nevin, there's a question in the chat for you. I can't stay, but could you give me a brief description of this game?
yeah. So we're playing Justicar right now. We're currently going through the setup phase of it. Justicar is a game of courtroom drama and mystery for 4 players. It's a very serious game, as you can tell. It's a TTRPG inspired by like Phoenix Wright or like My Cousin Vinny or Legally Blonde. And it's very much about creating a mystery. Like you create a crime web filled with plot holes and threads to pull on. And we're actually just about done with that. And then in the second phase of play, you actually role play out the courtroom proceedings using moves and stuff like that. It's a very fun game, as you can tell, and it will be kickstarting March 29th at bytes.rip/Justicar, which is right there.
Yep.
Go
Also,
there.
I will say this. We'll give a quick recap because Chrissy was like, "I'm confused because I just joined," and I'm like, "I don't think that's why you're confused."
Yeah, to be clear, Chrissy,
this is-
even if you had been here from the beginning, you would be confused.
it's a mystery. So
No.
we started right. We set our lines, veils, discussed safety tools, right? Then we set up our palette, which we each submitted a couple ideas for, and so we know that the things that our game was going to include was it something amphibious, space, brickwork, which is like the city aspects of kind of like noir, like cobblestone, big city vibes, right? And
You're
then,
not displaying the map, Tony.
oh crap! Yep, you're right. I can see it behind my thing. Thank you very much. And then the fourth palette was like Grey's Anatomy but courtrooms. And then these are our faction fractions that we'll come back to later. That's not what they're called in the game, but that's what we're calling
Epiphany clocks.
Epiphany clocks.
Yeah,
The crime
faction
we
factions.
know, a bunch of salamanders have been kidnapped. There's been a rash of salamander kidnappings. These are sentient salamanders that were secretly uplifting humankind, and we now live in a big space city. The defendant is Dr. Doc, known by those around him as McScaly, and the victim are salamanders, generally speaking, but they're represented. The face that the media has latched onto is Selena Amphibio, who is a rising ingenue of a salamandrous space actress. And then these are all of the things that are going on between all of us. These are our
Which you can
characters.
just read.
I'm playing Judge Jurian Executioner. Is my character.
So good.
And then Keegan, why don't you tell people about your character?
Yeah, of course. I'm playing Cleta Cool. She's a celebrity bird law expert.
Nice.
I love her.
Nevin, want to tell people about the defense?
Yeah, I will be playing Trent McDowell, a robot dude who's a little confused, very tired, and absolutely disheveled, and is an expert in VHS security systems.
Awesome. And then Sarah, you're playing the Stand, so you have multiple characters. You want to tell us about your characters?
Yeah. So I'm playing 3 witnesses. The first is Fran Butcher. She is dressed stylishly in a hat and trench coat.
Quote unquote.
Her occupation is exotic pet salesperson. And she has an expertise in amphibious assault. The next is Guy Human Dude, they them. The style is pompadours and lizard tails. Their job is a rebel leader, expertise in swords and blades, and knows things that humans do. Let's see. And Roberto Micalico, he, him. Their style is a slab of beef. Their job is his job is taxes. Expertise is being a human. So, it's very good.
Yep. And then this is the web of intrigue that combines us. These are some pieces that have been entered into evidence. medical records that are illegible, pictures of high school class 2203, how old are they, space car outside city limits with feral raccoons, salamander class field trip to an active volcano, a gun, where'd it come from, a set of salamander skin boots that are bad imitation knockoffs, footage of Selena at the crime scene, but the footage is also from a look-alike event where people were dressed up as Selena. And then Dr. Doc's schedule has him out of town during the kidnapping. Unfortunately, illegal cloning facilities do exist. These are all things we know, normal ass stuff to know for any courtroom scenario.
Absolutely normal.
Yeah.
We are out here having a normal one.
Real. Yeah.
So that's where we're at. And then you said we're almost done with
Obviously.
setup. What do we got done?
Yeah, there's actually one last step for setup, and that's to ask questions. So as players, not as our characters, we are all going to write down a question that we want to have answered during play.
I'm putting this on blue stickies because we haven't used that color yet.
Questions are, let me actually just read how this is written. Every player should come up with a single question they have about this case and mystery, and during play, we should aim to answer these. They should not be, did they do it, or how did this specific character do the crime? Good questions call to specific aspects of your particular case and ask that they be explored further. They can be as big as, how does this piece of evidence factor in, or as small as, what's the secret ingredient in the pies? A good question gives you more room to improvise and fill out details. A bad question makes something true or fails to provoke further inquiry or interest.
Cool.
It's like examples of a good question is, what does the Baron gain out of Oz's death? What reasons are there for the victim's murder? Where did the witness learn to juggle so good? Stuff like that.
By the way, I don't know that I ever got a name of a name of a space hockey team. If you tossed one in the chat, feel free to toss another one in. If you didn't, feel free to toss one in now. A space hockey team that both the judge and Doc McScaly are fans of.
Selena didn't have a bad movie. We need a better question. How dare you? I'm personally going back.
Actually, I will say this. It doesn't actually to say that any of the movies were bad, just which one is the worst. Like, these are all excellent movies, but which one is worst is a valid phrase to say. Point it out.
Valix, yeah, a better question would be why. Well, even then, that establishes that someone did it, as long as you're not saying, like, so the specific way to think about it would be like, a bad question would be, why did Doc McScaly do it? And a good question would be, why was this crime committed? The trick is to not establish. You don't establish a truth with your question. That's the trick.
Oh, got you.
And it's one question, right?
One question.
Okay. Mine is, what made the school trip so memorable?
That's a good question. I like that. It was the start of the kidnappings. We got a couple of hockey team names in chat.
Here we go.
Or the
Asteroid Busters is very good.
Astro Busters is good.
Belt Busters, I like too. I like maybe the Asteroid Busters and Belt Busters both exist, and they've got a rivalry to see who the true Busters are.
Ooh.
We're the real Busters.
All right.
Space Cowboys is good too.
Space Cowboys is very good.
Here we go. It's like, let me rephrase that question to unestablish the truth.
That's a good one. Yeah. Perfect.
So memorable. Selena's worst movie.
Y'all, this game is good.
This is a good game.
Every time I do this setup, I just have such a blast doing it. It's so ridiculous.
This is what I feel like. This is why TTRPGs are great, is because you're just taking nonsense and mushing it together, and it always comes out fun. Like,
and the best
it
part
just
is
does.
The game's 5e compatible, so you can play it with anything.
Yes.
Keegan.
I I'm gonna go put my Dungeons and Dragons shirt on just real quick.
Yeah.
Okay,
What
so
lured the
our
raccoons to the city?
perfect. So our questions are: what made the school trip so memorable? Why was a Selena lookalike event being hosted? What was Selena's worst movie? And what lured the raccoons to the city? Perfect.
good.
Love it. This is amazing. This is truly the greatest web of intrigue that has ever been created about salamander kidnappings in space. And I'm incredibly excited to explore the truth of the
Oh my
matter
God, you
with all
moved
of you.
the questions again.
That's right, I did.
Fuck you. Okay.
I told you I was going to
No.
organize the Miro board.
It feels less organized, I'll be honest. Nevyn's gonna fist fight me when this game's over.
I'm going to
The
get
real
in my
question
car,
is-
drive to your house, and we're going to fight.
Okay, cool.
What is
cool,
what is
cool.
the timeline for Keegan's imminent demise? Can we add that question?
Yeah.
I'll be there. I got 2 hours. I'll make it work.
I'm gonna say,
I'll beat your ass before the
I believe
second
from
half.
having driven from where one of you lives to where the other one of you lives before.
Literally same. It's not happening in 2 hours.
It's like a 16 to 19 hour trip.
I'm going to need us to delay part 2 by 16 to 19 hours.
It's fine.
Times 2.
I will be calling in with Keegan's background.
Subscribe to the Patreon and
no
pay
reason.
$10, and you get access to that exclusive content of
And where
Nevyn
we
driving.
both live. Yeah.
Nevyn driving
Our addresses.
to Keegan's location.
Chrissy Critz is concerned that there's no connection between the defendant to the prosecution, but they do not have to be connected.
Yep.
Um,
They do not have to be.
like theoretically, we could have all been like, we're all connected to just this one person,
Mhm.
and that could have
Which
been
I
it.
love.
Or two
Which
people.
I
guess.
love.
But yeah,
I do have a yeah. So we've got the defense to the defendant. We've got defense to prosecution. But yeah, not everybody needs to be connected. And I think that also like that itself paints an interesting picture too.
it's true. All right. So anything else we need to do as far as setup goes?
No. After that, we just start.
Cool.
Okay.
Now we are going to do this in parts. We're going to take a break in between. Have we reached the point where we're going to do our break? Or
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, the game actually says after you finish making the web, everybody should take a break.
Cool. We are going to do that. I think we had, and I am fine either way. I think we have an advertised time, but I'm also fine just playing it by ear with y'all as far as what everybody thinks they need energy wise, based on where you're at. And I'm vamping because I can't for the life of me remember. Snike. What times we had said.
Look at that Google.
Look
At that Rebrandly.
Look at that Rebrandly.
So
What time? Nevyn, do you remember off the top of your head what time we said we were going to?
We were going to start our break at like noon, so like we're like 30 minutes early.
Okay, and what time were we coming back? That's more what I was wondering.
It was going to be like 1 or 2, I think.
Okay.
I'd be good with coming back at like 1.
Let's say 1:30.
1:30? Okay.
Just because a 25-minute break is actually useful, but only really enough for us to get up, walk around for like 5 minutes, and then come.
Oh,
sit
sorry.
back
I was
down and
talking.
get
I was
resettled.
talking my time
Oh,
zone.
your time. Thank you. I was
It's
so
11.
confused.
It's 11:30 for me right now.
Yes, and you were thinking we would come back at what time? Your time?
1
o'clock.
1 my
In
time.
an hour and 30 minutes from now.
Yes.
Cool.
I'm
So
good
at
with that, if you
At
don't
2 p.m. Eastern time, 1 p.m. Central time, we're going to be reconvening as we step into the courtroom for part 2 of Justicar. We're going to take a little bit of a break for us, let us digest this information, get all set, get all settled. We hope you come back for part 2. We're going to dive right in after intros into actually playing the court case, having finished the setup. You can come back and watch it. It'll also be available from over on our YouTube channel immediately because we multi-platform stream, but also it'll be available there afterwards. So if you're occupied for the rest of the afternoon and can't join us for that, you can check it out there, just like all our videos. If you came late and want something to do for the next hour and a half, you can also go watch the first part of this video or any of the other crazy, amazing streams we've done in the last week. We've got Solar Side Squad happening tomorrow night. If you want to catch up on part 1 for that, you can go over on the YouTube channel to do that. We played Deimos Academy, which is a paper doll horror game earlier this year. We played 2 chapters out of Yezeba's Bed and Breakfast yesterday. It's been a crazy week of streams. There's those and tons more over on the Plus One EXP YouTube. But we're going to be back in an hour and a half to keep on playing Justicar.
Yee.
Can you give us some of that theme song to take us out?
Oh yeah. Bum 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 bum.